But I will say, I think Charles Martin is way better now than what he was when he became the IBF World Champion. Yes, I know we knocked out. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today, y'all, we are going over the upcoming fight between Efe Ajagba and Charles Martin. But before we get any further into the video, make sure you guys like and subscribe if you guys like seeing the content like this. Without any further ado, let's get into it. So, if we look at Efe Ajagba's last fight, he had a pretty close fight with Martin Bakole. Ended up being a draw. I kind of thought he won a little bit, I'm going to be honest. Because the only reason why is because Martin Bakole, he wasn't like the best. That wasn't the best shape of him. He was kind of a little chunky, out of shape, and he got pretty tired pretty fast. Efe Ajagba, there were times in the fight where Efe Ajagba got overwhelmed from the hooks, but there also were times where he clipped, where he hit him with good counter shots. As for Charles Martin, he's coming off a win over Matthew McKinney, which was, I wouldn't say the best win coming into this fight, because Matthew McKinney's not really that known. It was a comeback fight after losing to Jared Anderson. Makes sense on why he fought him, but after that he hasn't fought. After that he fought November 16th, 2024. And I hadn't fought ever since then. He didn't have a no fight lined up for it. He got canceled. He just did it. I don't know if there were talks about fight for him, but he just didn't fight at all. But if we look at the way these two fight, I say Efe Ajagba's two key things are his 1-2. His jab, I feel like he sets up his jab really good. So for where you won't see his punches coming, and he's got way better with his movement. And another thing I've noticed, his right hand, which is a straight, has gotten way better. And then as for like Charles Martin, he's also got a good jab. He's got a good straight. But I just think Efe Ajagba has the better jab and the straight. But when it comes to like the hooks and the uppercuts, I think that's where Charles Martin is better. But the question is, can Charles Martin beat Efe Ajagba with just those punches? Because I don't think so. If he just uses uppercuts and hooks, I don't think so. Because it's like, I get it, the hooks and the uppercuts are like the power shots. But the jab, especially the jab and the straight, can outclass him. If they can see that coming, they can and move out the way. Efe Ajagba, he hits better with his footwork because he knows the weight class he's in. Efe Ajagba's in the heavyweight division. There's a lot of hard hitters. So one thing he'll do, move out the way. I remember when he fought Bakole, he threw a jab, and then when Bakole threw a jab, he moved out the way. And even though it was a jab, he still want to get hit because Martin Bakole, he hits really hard. But now, if we're going over a few of their fights, I would say Charles Martin gas tank kind of wears down. I can say the same thing for Efe Ajagba, because like towards like the half the fight when he fought Martin Bakole, he kind of got a little tired. So did Martin Bakole, but he kind of got tired. But I feel like he has better cardio than Charles Martin. Because if you look at his fight with Luis Ortiz, he did pretty good. But then once that 6th-round hit, he was kind of tired for where he got dropped those 2 times and the fight was over. And if you look at his fight with Jared Anderson, Jared Anderson, it was good. He looked pretty good, even though Jared Anderson was still clearly winning. But he ended up just kind of getting a little tired. And I feel like the main thing that Charles Martin's weakness is someone who has a really good 1-2. Because if you look at his fight with Jared Anderson again, Jared Anderson hit him good with those 1-2s. He countered him especially with that straight. And I feel like that's kind of what his weakness is, because that counters him a lot. But Efe Ajagba has a really good 1-2. So I think if he can use that to control Charles Martin will have a really hard time. I know Charles Martin, he has a good 1-2 too, like I said earlier, but is it good enough? But is it good enough to outmaster Efe Ajagba's one too, which is his jab straight. I don't think so. But I will say, I think Charles Martin is way better now than what he was when he became the IBF World Champion. Yes, I know he knocked out. I forgot exactly what his name was. He was like Ukraine or something, and he injured him for a dude had to retire. But he lost it right after today and got knocked out for Anthony Joshua. Even though I still think one thing he still can improve is his cardio. But I for sure 100% think he's way better than what he was when he became world champion. But do I see Charles Martin becoming world champion again? I don't know. That's tough to say. Do I see Efe Ajagba become world champion? It's a little tough to say, but I think he could probably still become one. Charles Martin could probably still can too. He probably just needs a better gas tank. But now, who do I got winning this fight? I got Efe Ajagba winning this by either knockout or decision. It's just because, he gets tired towards like the 8th or 9th round. That's like, it's a 10-round fight. So it's not like it's too bad. Charles Martin be getting tired by like the 7th round. Even though that's like 6th or 7th round. And no meme. I'm going to say that right now. No meme. By like one of those rounds, he started getting tired. And there's still like half the fight left to go. I think Efe Ajagba wins this fight. But that's going to be the end of the video, guys. Make sure you guys like and subscribe if you guys like seeing the content like this. And I'll see y'all in the next one.